good, y'all? Welcome back for another video. And what we have here today is my man Charles Xavier, aka Professor X, and of course from the Savage Land. Let's take a look at this box. I picked this up at Target, bro. I went in there for something, well, not no Legends, of course, and they just had one in there, bro. Just one on the shelf. So I went ahead and picked it up. You never know when you might see these Target exclusives again. They might be on sale, or you might never see them. You know what I'm saying? So I went ahead and picked them up. And the first thing is, bro, look at that head sculpt. I don't know. He look evil. I don't know. Something about the eyebrows. He don't quite give off that look on the box, but it's cool, though. I definitely want this one because he came with a Cerebro helmet. Let me make sure I'm saying that right, bro. Because I feel like it's Cerebro for some reason, but I know it's not. Anyways, bro, I'm sure somebody will correct me if I'm wrong. But we have Charles Xavier here, and we'll take a closer look at him. I like this little green jumpsuit that he got on. It could be a nice body for like a custom figure. You know, you could just have a bunch of bad guys or something like this, or just civilians with this. Of course, you got the X up there, but you can make this work. The problem is, I don't know how many of these you're gonna be able to find. But, and I also think the flesh tones match up pretty good. Now let's take a look at the hands they give us. I was about to say accessories, but it's really just hands. Two kind of like grabbing hands, holding hands, kind of like trigger hands, really. And we'll take these, but for now we put these to the side, and we'll compare them to the previous Charles Xavier we got as the Walmart exclusive. We have him as a Warlord right here, and I kind of want to put this head up there. Let's go ahead, swap them boys. Two different pegs, so we're gonna have to see how this. And nah, that don't look right. Well, actually, nah, that still don't look right. So take this off, pop this mug back up there. And then I don't know why I want to start off with comparisons, but we're gonna bring one of the X-Men or former X-Men here. We got him with our boy Vulcan. I really like this figure a lot, bro. Just picked it up again recently. I really hang with this figure a lot. Of course, if you know the story, you know Charles sent him off and he was thought to be dead, but he wasn't. So let's go ahead and get into articulation on this thing for his head. Go all the way around. Can look down this far, which is very good range. Can look up, not so much, but that's enough. Of course, you can get some head tiltage in there. And for the arms, can go up this high. It can go all the way around, of course. You have your swivel up top, double jointed elbows. What a good bend. It don't look right though. Look, very unnatural. Then you have your wrist swivel right here. Of course, it can hinge in and out. Then for that ab crunch, you can crunch down this far, not very far at all, but you can crunch back just a tad more. I was about to say crunch back a lot more, but you really can't. You have a waist swivel. You kick forward this far. Kick backwards, but kind of got to go out to the side this far. Of course, you have a swivel up here by the hip. Your double jointed knees. And you have boot rotation. Foot can go down this far. Can go up this far. And of course, you have beautiful ankle tilt. So let's go ahead. Get this up here on Charles' head. And it fits up there pretty tight. It won't come off or anything. That's for sure. And I think that looks good. So let's go ahead. Actually, I wish they give us like some unique Charles Xavier effects, so you can kind of get him posed up like using his power. So we have Charles here. Dang, if I can get this. Can I get him posed up on camera is the real question. I can never do this on camera for some reason. I don't know. I can't really get him to do it. See if I got to bend that more. There we go. So let's take this off. Actually, I am going to keep this on. Probably this how I'm going to keep them like this on my shelf. Always love Charles Xavier figures, man. I don't know, man. I do not want that one of Charles Xavier, that figure of Charles Xavier that's coming out in the wheelchair. It's probably going to take up too much space. Charles Xavier is cool, but I don't care for him that much. It's funny me saying that, and I have 2 variations of him already. But I like Charles in more of a, I don't know, man. I like to have my figures in like fighting poses. I can't really envision him in a fighting pose, you know what I'm saying? Unless I have him in figure form like this. But yeah, man, that's all I got for y'all guys today. Pick up this if you can. Search them targets. It's been your boy Zay, and we gone.